so much easier from here. I get to here, but if I went back really open, got really open, it's so difficult then to try and get that thing back. So if we can make sure it's better in these three positions, it's going to be much easier for you to control the face and hit better shots. All right. Hey golfers, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about club face, okay? Club face is king. It's going to dictate what your body does, and I promise you, if you follow today's drill, it's a three-step thing. Very simple once you get the hang of it. It's really going to help take care of your ball flight, how your body works, your strike, so many factors, because you're going to require less compensations in your golf swing. Okay, so before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much for your support. Let me know in the comments if there's anything in your golf game that you need help with. And please, let's get started. Okay, so you might have heard the saying, club face is king. What does that mean? Well, club face is responsible for where your ball launches, so it's so important. And it's also responsible a lot for how your body is going to move. When your club face is moving in, say, the correct position, your body will compensate in a very nice way. It will help you hit the target. I mean, that's what our brain is trying to do, is trying to make it go to the target, even though it doesn't do it every time, okay? So what are the big common things that we see in club face issues, and then the compensations involved for that? And listen, you can still hit some really great shots with these compensations, but it's all about that consistency. How many times out of 100 are you going to do it? And also, when you're under a little bit of pressure and you're playing your mate for a $5 or $5, is it going to hold up when you got to hit that crucial shot? Potentially, potentially not. Okay, so club face is going to be the absolute key in today's video, and we're going to talk about it. So the big thing that I see, we will sometimes see golfers who have a club face too closed, which is quite rare, believe it or not. If I'm teaching golfers, probably people with face issues, I'd say probably 5% of them are closed face issues, and literally everybody else is because the face is open, okay? Now, it can be open in three different positions that we'll focus on. One is takeaway, two is the top of the backswing, and three, probably the critical one that I see the most, is this one, which is called last parallel, or for any golf, say nerds, but like myself, P6 position, we're going to see that face open, okay? And then it's compensation time from there. So open club face, what is it? We get to our setup position. We come into our takeaway. Not too worried about position of where this is. I'm just talking about club face, and you can use the leading edge, okay? In fact, I'll tell you what, we'll put this on because this will make life a little bit easier. Okay, so we go to our setup with a square face. Open face would be something where the leading edge or the loft of the club is pointing that way. That wouldn't be extremely open, but some people do get it more into this position. Ideally, square, we want to get that leading edge the same angle as our spine, okay? Now, that will be nice and square because that will be much easier then to come in to the ball, all right? Not a lot of compensations required, okay? So we're going to get into our drill here in a moment. So let's say now we take it to the top, and open club face would be more now where the toe is pointing down to the ground, okay? Or this pointer is pointing back at me. Square would be anything kind of, say, 45 degrees. Hopefully you can see that, 45 degrees, or I like to look for the leading edge to match the forearm as well, okay? Now, the crucial bit, coming down into this last parallel position, we want to try and get ourselves back. Remember, takeaway, we were sort of here, matching our spine. We want to get ourselves back to that position, okay? Now, great thing about this is there's not much time from here to keep that club face square and hit nice shots. If it's coming down like this, you can imagine, how am I going to hit that straight? It's going to be a lot of work either with my forearms, or I'm going to have to stop my body and let the club try and catch up. But now I got no chance of compressing the ball, get a lot of heavy strikes, then no distance and things like that, okay? So with that crucial piece down here being so important, wouldn't it make sense, though, if we built it and made it a bit easier for ourselves in the backswing from takeaway and top? Because what if I was saying, right, I know this position here is important because I can just then get on through so much easier from here. I get to here, but if I went back really open, got really open, it's so difficult then to try and get that thing back. So if we can make sure it's better in these three positions, it's going to be much easier for you to control the face and hit better shots. All right. So here's the simple drill. What we're going to do is we're going to take, remember where I put it? Yeah, there we go. So a tee, all right? This is actually a David Leathem Golf PGA. Wife got me these for Christmas ages ago. They're not on a merch store. I don't have a merch store. I don't think people would buy my merch anyway. So taking our glove, good little time for our channel sponsor. If you're anything like me and you like to wear a good quality leather glove when you're playing golf, but don't fancy paying a high price tag for it only to fall apart in about 3 shots, well, go and check out my channel sponsors page, dlgolftips.com. Use code David at checkout and you'll save yourself a nice little bit of cash as well. So we're going to take a tee in our glove and fasten it back up. So you can see that my tee now is pointing out, all right, out of the glove. And this is going to be our reference. I would encourage you to also have a glance at the club face as well, because depending on your grip, you could have the tee down to the ground and the face could be ridiculously closed. So do pay attention to the leading edge relative to spine in this takeaway position and the tee. So the first thing we're going to try and do is get the tee as we come back pointing more down to the ground. So you can see there now it's not this, all right, pointing slightly down to the ground. This would be open, tee pointing more to the sky. So do keep glancing back at the club face. We're looking for it to match our spine. And if the tee is down, that's good. Don't really care what your grip is, just slightly down and leading edge matching, right? That seems pretty simple, all right? Do check this top, okay? Now I want you to think again about tee to the sky, this point now, okay? And we'll get this club face a little bit more matching our forearm, okay? So again, encourage you to check it. I had a video I put out 2 weeks ago on checking your club face position at the top, making sure that it's in the right spot. So tee to the ground, tee to the sky. Now what's this changing? It's changing what our lead wrist is doing, okay? And our lead wrist changing is going to affect what our club face does. It's really, really important. As I say, your body will react so differently based on this drill. And you'll feel it the first time you try it. So we're going 1, tee to the ground, 2, tee to the sky. And then the third one, down to this last, remember, last parallel here, shaft, parallel to the ground at the last point in this swing. Okay, the fancy term is P6, pre-impact, whatever you want to call it. But that position, we're going to go from tee to the sky, back tee to the ground again. Okay, now to do that, I'm feeling like my wrist is turning down to the ground. Okay, this way, and because my club is attached to my left hand, my hand's attached to the club, it goes down as well. Now this is cool because from here to here, it's very simple to keep the face square because you don't have any compensations to make. And you didn't have compensations to make because it went back good in the takeaway and it was good at the top. All right. So once you feel it, here's how you practice. You go, first of all, you try this without a ball. You check the face in those positions. Do some practice swings, stopping in those 3 points. So 1, down, 2, sky, 3, back down again. Okay, feel that a few times, then try some soft shots. And I can guarantee you when you do this, you're going to feel like your body has to go rotate much more than it probably already is used to doing. Remember, if it was open, this had to stop to square it up. Now that it's better, you can start to use the body much more effectively. So a nice slow one. That way, probably a little bit quicker than I anticipated. But feeling those, and I could really feel like my left side wanted to clear because it had to, because the club face was in a much better spot. All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any comments, please drop them in the comments below. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if you need any help with your game. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.